This is Garage Hangs with Chief Heimer, episode 2 with my boy David.
What up?
How we doing today?
Good. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. We both been freaking. Once I decided I want to do this, then you hopped on doing your own thing too, which is pretty cool, man. I'm stoked for you, dude. Really am, man. It's awesome. Yeah.
And all this you got going on has been just so legit. The whole process I've seen on like your Instagram and stuff. Yeah,
the process has been very interesting. Having this computer has been kind of a pain. Yeah. It's an older Mac model. The internal mic kind of wants to pick up everything outside, so that's why that Apollo Twin didn't want to work with it. Yeah. So I ended up getting that Vocaster and then plugged everything in and just...
Yeah, I'm going to need to get one for sure. I use my phone, and that's just like... I've dropped it 100 times, so like... If you look at my videos, all you hear is like a little fan in there going on.
Oh, shit.
But it's just super quiet, but it works out. But
hell yeah. By the way, shout out Bubbler. These guys, these drinks are pretty cool, man. Yeah. I like them a lot. And actually, I'm going to take a second to pause. I'll be right back. I got to flip my camera screen so I can see everything cool quick.
Yeah, they are good.
I bet. All right, sorry about that. Got to switch my camera around when I was doing this. Whoa. So yeah, but I don't have a good enough memory. But back in high school, apparently, you remember me, and I kind of do, kind of don't. It sucks, but it's kind of crazy how you actually ended up finding me on Snapchat. Because I was like, man, that name sounds so familiar. I'm like, dude, who is this? Then you asked me about my brother, and I'm like, yeah, it's my brother.
Yeah, I was like, I know exactly the last name for sure.
Yeah,
and I remember seeing you for sure, just walking around the halls. But yeah, it's weird how it all turned out.
Yeah, right. You're the same age as me, aren't you? You're the same age as my brother.
I'm 28. I think I'm.
Oh damn! So you were a freshman when I was a senior.
Yeah. I think okay. Your brother's like a year older than me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait. He's 30.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna be 29 this year, or are you gonna be 29 next year?
I'll be 29 next year. March.
Okay. Yeah. Would you graduate
2012.
Yeah. Okay. He graduated in 2011.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't think. Yeah, it was messing me up because I graduated in 09. I was supposed to in 08, but I got held back in pre-K.
Yeah, I actually...
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I actually didn't... I graduated with Parker, and but I didn't go to Parker like my last 3 years. I went my freshman year. I went half, my sophomore year. And then I ended up going to that charter school. Just because I missed out on a bunch of school, but yeah, but
I almost got a truant ticket myself. Actually, the first day of senior year, I turned 18.
Oh shit!
And the first thing I did is went to Quick Trip on Court Street, grabbed a pack of cigarettes, smoked 3 of them on the way to school, on the way to Parker, just because I was 18, being stupid, you know. Yeah. And then as soon as I got to school, man, I went in the office and just signed myself out. And I did it so many times that I
never got that advantage. I was like. At the end, I turned 18 in March. And what? They graduate like in September, I think, or
June.
June. Okay.
Yeah, June.
Yeah, so I must have been. Yeah, I didn't really sign myself out, but
you're lucky, dude.
But I did get a truancy ticket. And what's crazy about it, the whole thing was wild. Like, I think I went to go smoke with some friends at their house, and there were these girls there who like ended up like trying to stab each other. And that's why I left, and then I ended up getting pulled over, and they're like, well, why aren't you at school? I was like, do I tell them that someone was just getting stabbed back there, or what?
Damn, so what'd you end up telling them?
I was like, I need to go back to school. And then they just gave me a ticket.
Damn.
Yeah.
How was charter, dude? How was like online school? Was that a lot more difficult than freaking being in class, or?
That was easy. And even like, I won't say the teacher's name, but they were awesome. They like I would go there sometimes like smelling like weed, and they would like walk past me, like be spraying me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're just like, you just reek. You gotta. Well, so they was cool, and I don't know. I think if you're there long enough, they kind of want you to pass too. So they help you out, and literally it's too easy. Like you only have to go 2 hours a day. That was kind of the plug. But the worst part is you finish like the schoolwork early, you still got to go like your time. So like I finished the schoolwork pretty early, and I had to sit like half a year just to go there. That sucked.
Damn.
So I would stay like an 8-hour day, and then try to like, because you only need 2 hours a day, but I should have knocked out a bunch at a time, because then you can graduate early. But I didn't want to walk with the e-learning kids or the charter kids. They had like, do you want to walk with charter or do you want to walk with Parker? I was like, I'm definitely going back to Parker. So yeah, I ended up walking with them and cried my whole ceremony. That was great.
Yeah, graduation was pretty crazy for me, I guess, too. Then my senior year,
yeah.
Like I said, I almost freaking, I messed up pretty bad, dude. So luckily I was in the consumer math my senior year, which is hilarious because the first day that class started, we were adding. The second day we were subtracting. Third day we were multiplying. Fourth day we were dividing. And by the fifth day we were like learning how to like do bills and like do all that stuff, which was kind of crazy because I usually taught that in home ec. But I almost failed biology. I was in a sophomore biology class my senior year. Oh. And yeah, I was in the class with all my brother's friends. Like I walked in there and they're like, dude, are you in here? Like everybody was. I'm like, yeah, like damn, Colin's brother's in class with us, man. This is awesome. And I'm like, this is not awesome, man. Like now I look back at it, like I'm a senior in a freaking sophomore class. I was you know, the teacher looked like Mr. Bean. He was the science teacher there, and I can't remember his name.
Mr. Divine?
Yeah, he's a short little guy. Yeah, he looks like Mr. Bean.
Worst.
Yeah, actually, it was funny. I've gauged my ears so many times in that class that one day I was gauging up to 5/8 of an inch, and it hurt so bad I actually laid my head down the entire class and passed out because I like passed out from like adrenaline and crap, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up waking up to the bell going off, and like my buddies, and I mean not my buddies, but like my brother's friends and classmates and stuff were just like, dude, you passed out the entire class, like. And then Mr. Divine ended up having to talk to me after class. He's like, if I catch you sleeping again, man, you're gonna have to go sit in the principal's office. And I'm like,
he was the worst.
Yeah, I gauged my ears. I told him, I gauged my ears right before I got into class, and my ears were on fire, and like I just had like a lot of anxiety from it and pain, almost like it just made me pass out, and I just fell asleep. Like, you know, I choose not to. Yeah, and I never fell asleep in class. This is something I never did. Like I never fell asleep, no matter how many times I was tired or whatever. I never just laid my head down and passed out.
Yeah.
So like that one time it happened, it was just like.
Yeah, Mr. Divine was horrible actually to me. Every time he'd show up like 1 minute late, he would be like, he'd call your name, be like, David Larrington, come on down, go to the principal's office. I'm like, damn. But one time, there were like metal or sockets on the table. In the science club. Yeah, well, there was like a loose one, and me being dumb and just a freshman, I'm just taking it off, and I got the metal shield part, and I just stick it in the thing, and just boom, it just explodes, zaps everywhere. I had like goosebumps for like 3 weeks, and yeah, even the lights like dimmed and shut off. I think, like, it was crazy. I was all in his class. He kicked me off for that. It was a wild class. Mr. Divine's was a wild class.
See, the crazy thing too is about high school is that from 6th grade, well, yeah, I think it was 6th or even 7th. I went to Franklin, and my teacher started noticing a pattern in me that I was having problems paying attention and all that stuff. So they ended up I ended up going down to this guy at Crossroads, whatever the place is called, by the YMCA. I got prescribed Adderall XLR. I can't remember the dose of milligrams it was. I think it was pretty freaking high. Yeah. Because I had a problem paying attention, and I was always hyper, and I couldn't actually follow. Well, I had so much on my plate that like I didn't know what to take on at first, so I just wanted to do all this kind of shit and just, you know, didn't know how to manage it. Yeah. So as soon as I got put on Adderall, I was on Adderall from 6th grade all the way up to my senior year. My sophomore year of high school, I ended up giving one of my buddies a pill. Don't ever
give your buddies pills.
I mean, if I can go back and do it, I mean, that's probably one thing I would change. Don't give someone a pill at school, because that person went and quick 50'd me. I had my Adderall on me in class because I would take one, and when I wake up, and it only lasts till noon, and then I would have a crash the rest of the day, so I would just take one out after lunch. Yeah. So then I'd be good until like 5 or 6 o'clock after I got home, did my homework, got that out of the way, and then I'd kind of mellow out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got thrown in the principal's office by Miss Dougal. And
she was the home ec teacher, right?
No, she was the vice principal. She was the one with the megaphone.
Franklin.
Oh no, Parker.
Oh.
Parker. Yeah, Miss Dougal. She was that gray-haired lady, and she had the megaphone. Every time we had like a class, like a school event, she would come out with that megaphone, like, "Hey, everybody!" And it was just like we remember her as a microphone, the megaphone lady. You know, it's like. Yeah. But yeah, I ended up. I was on pre-expulsion for like 6 months.
Damn.
And luckily, at my court hearing down at the school district, my grandparents knew the judge really well and said that I just messed up and that I never did anything before that. Never got caught with anything.
I mean, you were prescribed it.
Yeah, I was prescribed it, but
I would have been like, he's taking out my backpack.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. The fact is that I guess the more or less I put it as is that if I would have gave that to somebody and they would have taken it, the reaction could not have been the same as mine. It could have been deadly. It could have been something else. So like the way they said that is like, okay, it makes sense. Like probably not the smartest thing to do, you know. But like it was one of my friends, which was really weird too. The fact that like he freaking went quick 50. Man, I never even found out who it was. Like I gave like a couple of my buddies that pills those days, like just a couple of them, and I freaking I never actually found out who actually did it. So whoever out there freaking snitched on me, dude.
Fuck you, dude.
I appreciate it. Well, screw you, but I appreciate you because now I don't do that dumbass shit no more.
Yeah.
I'm a good, solid man, working, hanging out, doing good, and not trying to do negative, bad shit.
Hell yeah.
Or get in trouble, or hang around bad people either.
Yeah, there's just no point to it.
No, there isn't. And it's crazy to think that these people still live in that reality of like, yo, let's gangbang, let's freaking, let's do this and do that. And it's like, dude, I don't understand. I just don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it, man. I used to get it.
Stay at home, try to make content. Oh, and work. That's about it. But.
Yeah, it's pretty much people at our age. We're trying to find things we love to keep us sane because a lot of men our age have depression, they have anxiety, they have a lot of shit going on. They're lonely, they don't have anything to do because, think about it, the second we get out of high school, we're pressured to go to college and get a job and get a place on our own. And at that, what do you get after those three things? You get a job, you go to college, you get a house, you get a car, then what? Then what do you have to do? You got to get tapped back in with yourself, how you were when you were a kid and what you loved. Like, I used to play bass, I used to play guitar, I used to ride dirt bikes, I used to freaking fish a lot, I used to hunt. There's 5 things right there that I could easily get back into my life just like that.
Yeah, I actually have a friend, he just recently was talking about pretty much going back to your childhood pretty much to kind of like deal with that. Depression and shit.
Yeah, and, tap in, find out what you love and shit. Like, what made you happy when you were a kid? Like, looking outside from the inside of the house to outside, watching the raindrops come down. As a kid, man, we all knew that was cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this small stuff like that, building a snowman outside. Just because we're 32 doesn't mean, or 28, we can't go out and build a snowman. You know?
I'm going sledding.
Oh, dude, trust me.
I haven't been sledding since...
Dude.
I don't even remember.
Exactly. So. It's probably... Dude... I can't even tell you.
By the mall, Big Hill, meet me there.
Oh, yeah, dude. Big Hill over there and freaking down at goddamn Riverside, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You ever go down there? And
no.
Never? You ever been down to Riverside? You know what I'm talking about?
I've been there, but The
hill?
But it's a good idea to do that.
It's that double hill that goes down. One's kind of more like this, and then the other one kind of scoops down, but there are a lot of snowboarders and shit down there, too. And that's another fun thing, too, that I would like to get involved in is snowboarding. Yeah. But money and time, because it only snows here a certain amount of time throughout the year.
Yeah, but lately I've realized, or I think anyways, for like the past 3 winters, it doesn't really snow until like January, February, but like it's snowing now, so.
I know, right? So I think we're gonna get nailed with some snow this year.
Yeah,
honestly.
which I love, but like I hate to.
You know, I don't mind the snow. It's the 20, the 10s, and the 30-degree days that I honestly can't stand.
See, I would rather it be that cold with no snow.
Damn.
But I'm like, I love the cold.
Yeah.
Like. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I've had my AC on in the car like in the wintertime before. Like, I'm like, it's not cold enough out there.
And you know what? I forgot to turn the freaking heater off.
Yeah. Well,
damn.
But yeah, I love the cold. I always like sleeping with a fan is a necessity.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah. Once I met Amber, I never slept with a fan before until I met her, and all of a sudden it's just
change your world.
I need it.
Yeah, and I never sleep like fully blanket either, like one leg out.
Oh yeah, same.
But I'm always like just steaming. Like I don't know if it's my like just my heating system or what, but
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way too. It's like when I get in bed, I'm super hot, and then I'm super cold, and then once I sit down on the covers for a minute, I get super hot, and I get really uncomfortable. And
yeah,
but I also have the blanket I have is my great grandma's, and that thing is warm as hell.
Yeah.
Shout out to my rest in peace great grandma. Miss you. I was actually named after her husband, and the funny thing is that if you go to the stop sign here outside the road and go down the other side of Fremont, the second house on the right, the white one, was theirs, and I didn't actually get a chance to meet my grandpa, but yeah, that's a fun fact that I used to hang out down there.
Nice.
Yeah, my great grandma, dude, she I think was 97 or 98, passed away, drank wine. She had always had wine in her fridge out at the home she was living at. Yeah. She'd always have a 6-pack. She'd always kept trucking when she drank, dude. Like, it was so funny when she was that old drinking still, and she had no problem with it.
They say wine, like, every day or whatever, probably not a ton of wine, but like a glass of wine a day or something's like healthy for your heart or something.
Oh, really?
So that's probably, I don't know. I would do it. I don't like wine, but
yeah.
I used to actually live on Fremont during Parker days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You live on Fremont, but you went to Parker?
Yeah, my sister went to Craig. I just didn't want to. I went to Edison, so everyone that I went to Edison with was going to Parker. So
makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, do I really want to start over? And then, I mean, you know, Craig kids. At the time, it's like Craig kids, but now, you know, I hang out with Craig kids. But
did you hang out with like any Craig kids?
I hung out with one or two.
Well, wait, you were 4 years, you were 3 years younger than me, so never mind. We probably didn't even know the same people, so never mind.
Yeah, but yeah, I hung out with some of them.
Hell yeah.
Not really many. Saw them at parties sometimes. Yeah, high school was fun. That's why I want to make my adult life fun, to the next level.
Exactly, tapping in, dude.
Yeah,
this is the shit we're doing now, is tapping in, you know, because you can't just have one podcast. You can have 4.
Yeah,
because I would like to do one on reviews of marijuana.
Hell yeah.
I would like to do one on football. I'd like to get to know more players, stats, stuff like that, teams, talk about that.
Hell yeah.
And then also like positivity and like manifestation and all that stuff too, because that topic is not brought up a lot, and a lot of people don't believe in it because they think it's a joke. Yeah. And it's not a joke until you actually do it. And I've been living my life by it for the last 10 years, and it hasn't failed me once.
Yeah.
Everything I've done has been according to how I wanted to do it, and every reaction I've gotten from it is because of it.
Yeah. See, I need to tap into more of that type of stuff. I always, I'm intrigued by it, but I never just usually go through with it. I kind of. That's my problem, though. I've like been so long stuck in like a consistent routine, I guess. But like now I'm at this age trying to break that. So
right, and that's good too, because like, shout out Kasky. I appreciate you so much. I love your music and I love you as a human being. For you to get me on this whole workout challenge of doing burpees, I'm on day 58 today. Yeah, it'd be day 58 today. I've done 58 consecutive days of doing burpees in this garage. Not just working on my machine, but doing burpees. And it's the only thing, honestly, besides smoking, that I have done it consistently since high school.
Yeah.
Every day. Every single day. That's not taking a vitamin. That's not taking a shower. That's not...
Yeah.
Or whatever. Skateboarding, taking photos. I haven't taken photos in a month.
Yeah.
But I have done burpees every single day. And I am deeply proud of myself. And once you start doing it, because I looked it up, after about 22 days, it's considered an addiction.
Yeah.
If you start something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, after that, it's kind of just like when you wake up, the first thing that pops in your head, no matter what, if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, kids, or nothing, you're just like, damn, I got burpees to do today, and I need to get them done at some point. I need to make time to do them, because it only takes like 10 or 15 minutes to do it. If not even 15, like, I've come out here 6-7 minutes, do 15, 20 of them, and go right back in the house.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I actually, I read something, I think on Instagram or something, I don't know, but it was like do 1% of the change, like every day.
Yep.
Instead of like trying to do 100% of the change, because like you'll do 10 days of 100% of the change, but then it'll fail. But like if you do 1% every single day for a year, then you're like at 100%. Yep.
It's just slowly making these minor adjustments, dude, to help you, make you feel comfortable and feel you good, and also your loved ones too. Amber, for instance, I have shoes all over. Well, I used to have shoes all over our house. She absolutely hated it, dude. She was kicking down the stairs, and finally she came up to me and was like, dude, can you please do something with your shoes?
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to make her happy and make her stop stressing about it, I went and bought a big giant shoe rack to put all my shoes in. So now I leave one pair of slides and one pair of shoes upstairs, and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my 1% change right there for the day. And the point of that is, when we get a chance to open up our eyes the next day, is add that 1% on there. What can you do? It doesn't matter if it's right when you wake up or right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Regardless, you put a 1% in to make a change and a growth in yourself, if not just for yourself, but for others too. And the point is to do it for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And you get growth going every single day like that, you'll be unstoppable. And that's where I feel like I'm at right now. That no one can just like, no one can touch me on this. No one can bring me down. No one can talk me down to doing it. No one can tell me to give up. Like, I'm going to do this regardless if I have people on this podcast or not, because I will find a way to make my own show, and I will make my own show and put it out so everyone can see it.
Oh, yeah. And the main point is just, it doesn't matter what other people think or do, honestly. That's another thing. I have some friends that, like, you know, they had some potential, like, back in the day with YouTube, and they want to, like, get back into it, which I support fully, but like they're also doing other things. You know, we're all older now, so their lives have changed from, like, you know, 16, 17 doing YouTube videos.
Right.
But I don't know where I was going with this. But pretty much, like, they just don't work hard enough, and it's like sad to see, because like there's just so much potential and stuff, and like I know that they could do it themselves, and so I try to like push my friends to keep doing that, but like at the end of the day, like I can't wait around for anyone, so
yeah,
you just gotta, and like, if you want it, you gotta work for it.
Yeah, pretty much. I've had to just get rid of somebody because of that same exact reason. If I don't, I'm at that point, dude, with the time that I have spent hanging out, drinking, and all this other shit with people who don't have any motives.
Yeah.
It's just starting to dwell on me. It's starting to be like, you know what? I could have easily posted a status on Facebook or even Instagram or even Snapchat saying, hey, I have time today. Does anybody want to do an hour session of a podcast?
Yeah.
But instead of that, I could have picked up a bottle. I could have been smoking all day. I could be playing video games. Like, video games every once in a while is cool, but like my time is valuable because I am going to be 33 in September, and I feel like I'm now just starting to put a dent into what I want to do as myself. I want to do art. I want to have my own photography studio. I want to have, you know, this podcast going. I want to make my own t-shirt brand of Chiefheimer again. Actually have t-shirt presses in my basement, paying a couple of my friends to help me do it. You know, do stuff like that. Do tap in as much as possible. Get painting again because I miss painting. That shit's so much fun. Even designing clothes. If I could like design clothes, like that'd be fun too. Like, and it's not even all about making money. It's just how the experience when you do it. It's all about the experience and where it takes you. Like that's pretty much what life is, bro. Is anything you tap into is where you're gonna see where it goes. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna buy a microphone and some mixing equipment and I'm gonna do this podcast, and once I make $1 million, that's it. Yeah. Who cares if you make $1 million? Like, you know what I mean? Like the money just it comes and it will come. Like it's happened with me. I've had money come to me and shit. It just, you have to wait. You can't. You gotta put that time and work in too, like you said. Yeah. And that's one reason why I get up so early. Because I get up at 5 or 6, the world is just starting to go. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just starting to go. And on the other side of the world, it's just starting to end. Yeah. So like, you know, I already have an advantage on getting up so early. Yeah. You know, it's just same with you. You get up hella early too. You know, it sucks. Once you stop saying it sucks, I guess, is when you start actually feeling like. To be honest, it doesn't
really suck. I guess it's just like.
Yeah, I guess that'd suck. Yeah.
It just. I mean, I don't know how. I like to be up that early, but like, I mean, it's like just prime work time.
Just no so you know distraction. Just so you know, it's 2:00.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, probably 10 minutes. But yeah, literally waking up that early is just prime work time. Like, no one's up. People are just getting up, some people, but like, no distractions. I got no one calling me when I'm making my reactions that early or doing this schoolwork I've been working on. Like,
and you're going to school for culinary, right?
No, I'm like kind of self-studying, but like I'm in this boot camp course for cybersecurity in this program called Python.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's just like some coding thing. I'm like really new, just starting like within a week.
Nice. Okay. That's cool. I just knew that the last time we talked that you were thinking about going into culinary school.
Oh yeah,
culinary and cooking and shit. Are you still doing the cooking stuff on Instagram?
Yeah, I have a ton of pictures, but I haven't like posted anything. They just haven't been up to standards, and with work now, it's just blank time. So I've been juggling like the reactions and the YouTube shorts and stuff, or the Instagram lives and stuff like that. I'm trying to.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. It's a lot being an artist, bro.
It's almost harder to make the schedule than it is to do the stuff.
Yep, it is, and that's why like you need to get like a big board, and that's why that's where maybe your 1% might start.
Yeah.
Write on your board what you do, what you can do today. Hey, for 45 minutes, I'm gonna go through and find what I can find for reaction videos. After that, for like maybe another 30 minutes, maybe I can start putting something together. Don't overwhelm yourself with too much, because that's where I find myself. Yeah. It's just overwhelm, and then I'm just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And you just sit there staring. You're just like staring at it. You're like, what do I do now? It's like kind of lost almost.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll get that way and I'll just be like, damn, I don't, like, do I even want to do this?
Yeah.
Or do I want to do something else? And I'm just like, but then again, I always come back to these things, like especially the culinary thing. Like that thing truly is like the thing that makes me like the happiest, I guess. I don't know. Just something about it. It's just fun to do. So
there's a reason why it keeps coming back to you, man. You just gotta tap in and figure out what that is. Like maybe, I don't know if you're into psychedelics or anything, but maybe take some psychedelic, like some little bit of mushrooms, man, and just like tap in and be like, do I really want to be around this? Like find out the whole sole reason, why. Because I've had a couple of spiritual experiences like that, even with doing that breathing work on like what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is why I got this shit, because I love talking, man. And the cool thing about this too is I want to get to know more of the people that are on the show better.
Hell yeah.
Stuff I never knew about you, stuff you never knew about me, stuff where we can project ourselves and goals and stuff like that. Like,
for real. That's what I feel like that's kind of what, like, the good thing about podcasts have been. Like, even with podcasts I watch, I feel like I know something about these people now. I'm hanging out with them. Right. Like, if I'm watching them, like, I watch this podcast called Bad Friends. So it's you ever watch Mad TV?
Oh yeah, way back when.
Do you know Bobby Lee?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He does a podcast with Andrew Santino, this redhead comedian. So funny. Like, their whole podcast is just too funny. And you just feel like you're hanging out with them.
Yeah,
and,
pretty much. Yeah.
And so that's this whole podcast idea is just a game changer. Like,
it really is. Like,
it's fun to do, fun to watch, fun to listen to, all of it, every aspect. So.
Yeah, and that's one reason why I named it Garage Hangs, dude, because whenever I have people over, this is where we hang out. Hell yeah. And this is where we hang out in the garage. You've been over here a few times, plenty of times to hang out and shit and whatnot. But I thought it was a perfect freaking name for it. Hell yeah. It came right off my tongue. Like, what are you gonna name it? It's like Garage Hangs. Yeah. Garage Hangs with Chiefheimer. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. And then what's the name of your show too? So if you want, so David has a YouTube channel as well too. Send me your links and stuff, and maybe I can see how to put them in this video. Okay. See how to do all that, so you can do that, put that on there so people can see that too, and go follow him and all that. So I don't know if you want to give that a shout out quick.
Yeah, so pretty much I'm just on YouTube as Fathersmelk, MELK. Not milk, but milk.
The fucking name kills me.
I've gone through a ton of names. This one just kind of stuck. Honestly, I made it on World of Warcraft a while ago.
Use a generator like Post Malone did?
No, I should have though. Like The Boys. Have you ever seen that show?
I've heard of it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
There's a guy in there called Mother's Milk, and he's just a beast. But he's like the only guy with like no powers. Well, there's a couple of them with no powers, but he's just a beast. His name's Mother's Milk. They call him MM. So I was just like, I was playing a video game, just called myself Father's Milk, and then that kind of just stuck with me. I like it.
It's fun. It suits you, bro. Yeah. Every time I see your name pop up on Instagram, and I kind of just chuckle because it just makes me think of it, because it's also kind of a funny name too. You think of Father's Milk, you think of like, your cum or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to cum everywhere.
Yeah, and I never really thought of it like that either.
I mean, that's just that's my dumb ass thinking of it like that.
At first, I never thought of it. Well, obviously, it's there for sure. Like, I was thinking, how can I make a logo? But like, I don't want to like make that logo. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't want maybe just you having a carton of milk.
Yeah, or I was thinking maybe like me with a coffee mug of milk or something. I don't know.
That works, yeah.
Yeah, I also do a podcast with my friend Juan. He Space Wanderer. He does. Not he does, but our podcast is called Space Milk. And we've been working on a logo too. Not any podcast yet, but
it's all about the